speak with you today to share some information that is designed to bring you ease in times that are changing. For when you are in a blizzard, it is all in your face and fear can overtake. We wish for you to, when viewing something that evokes an emotion within you, takes you to the next step. And through these steps, you will be able to see. You will be able to move through these times that are coming. Good morning. We wish to speak with you today to share some information that is designed to bring you ease in times that are changing. We are speaking to you through the space of one. We are using our own voices. We are the Andromedan Council. We wish to share with you that there is much change coming, and the need and time is here to use much more discernment within your lives, your daily lives, your thoughts, and your actions. For it is a time that, as we could put it in a way that would be very visual, you are living in a snow globe, and there is much vigorous shaking occurring and will continue to increase through the coming year. And as the snow falls, as the ball starts to settle, which it is still in the shaking process and will be for a while, it will be very hard to see from inside this blizzard the truth, the deceptions, the reality from the non-reality. For when you are in a blizzard, it is all in your face and fear can overtake. We wish you to do much what they would say to do in a blizzard. Remain calm. Remain centered. Many would say you go into your mind to think through what to do. We would agree this is in part important, but it is also important to go inside and know and feel for the direction in which you would turn is guided often and most accurately through the heart space, the inside, the tuition. Times are changing and it will get more and more blizzard-like. To know the truth, to see what is truly happening from perceptions around you. There are many new means in which you may be deceived, for we will be talking about this in the coming weeks through this channel. One of these means will be to provoke more fear. The other is they are all very directly and pointed to cause confusion, but the one will be through fears of political unrest, social unrest. But the one we wish to talk about today is the deliberate, pointed information. For your technologies have come to the forefront in what is not the final evolution, but into the forefront in which many have access to the previously unaccessed AI. And it will be easier still for not only those in power who had access to this technology in the past, but for the general public, the everyday person, to become more and more able to manipulate situations. You will begin to see it if you have not already. We ask you to open your eyes and open your heart and start noticing what is being generated around you, so that as more and more of this deception comes in, you will be more and more prepared to realize that this deception does exist. For if this is new to you, this process of thinking, as it was for our channeler, La Alila, and she has now been being taught to see and hear. There are simple things out there, simply as product ads, political ads, in which voices of one person can be used on images to make it sound as if they are, your word would be endorsing a product or endorsing a political thought. But not only their voice will be able to be used, but their images, likenesses can be generated. And it will become much more confusing to know what is true, what has been done, and what has not been done by an individual. That is not the part we wish to focus on, but you do need to keep this as your mind so that you may understand, because as more and more is generated, it will get more and more difficult if you are not looking to see these deceptions. We wish for you to, when viewing something that evokes an emotion within you, we wish for you to look inside and ask what emotion this is. For if you are walking through a blizzard and you are in fear, you cannot think clearly. There are very few that in those moments will have clarity, and that clarity that comes through does not come through the mind, though they may not realize it. The clarity of what to do comes from your connection, your guidance system, your guides, your angels, your inner voice of discernment. Those people who in a crisis can do that are actually tapping into their connection. For those in a crisis who cannot respond with a clear mind and clear path, they are falling into the fear and they are disconnecting. So we are asking that as you watch or listen or see anything that is being generated through your technologies, if it is being streamed, and if it being photographed, it is coming through any of your technology devices, that you go into a level of discernment so that you can stand in that blizzard and hear the truth of which way to go. For if you respond from a place of fear, if you are enraged, if you are saddened, if you are, an emotion is evoked that is strong and wishes you to take action, we ask you to stop and think and feel, go into your heart and feel. But the first question is not, what do I do? How do I respond? The first question is this real? Is this true? And do I need to respond? For those, there are some of you that are those that are meant to be the warriors who will go out and take on the systems that would feed you misinformation and take you into fear. And we are not talking about the political actions and social actions and things like that, but literally we are talking about those who would go out and take actions against the process that would allow this misinformation to grow. But we have diverted a bit. But we wish to tell you that when you see information that evokes fear, anger, even if it is fear for your health and wanting to be healthy and you wish to buy something, ask yourself, is this true? Is this real? Or has this been created from technology to take me into a place that is not in my highest good or in my highest good? Go into your heart and say, is this true? Does this feel right? And when you go inside, ask it of your heart, not of your mind, for your mind will not be able to discern instantly, always, the changes that are in your technologies. The information that would bring you into fears are our biggest concerns, yet there are the others that would wish you to buy things that are, as you would say, scams, not real, that are garbage, that would wish to separate you from your means that you would use for other ways. But the things we are most concerned about are the political changes. For the separation that happens within this time will be great, will have great potential to wreak havoc. And we want you to know that some of this, it is time for it to happen because things must change. And we do not mean one way or another. We are talking on the greater good of humanity, but all. But it's time to be attentive to the truth. We are going to pause for one moment for this channel has questions we would like to address. She is feeling confused a bit. We will answer her questions. Her questions is she is feeling a bit confused with the information we are giving. She feels we are giving too much in too many directions at once. And so we will back up and start with only that of the deceptions of AI for the means of political unrest, social unrest. So we will say again, you are standing in a snow globe that is being shaken, and it is that of a blizzard. And this blizzard is going to get thicker, for you are at the early stages of the snowfall. It is important to go within your heart when you see messages, when you see information that would make you angry, that would make you wish to argue with another over what is right and what is wrong. For there is wrong in everything and there is right in everything. But these technologies will be here to and used to deceive you further, to separate you more, to think that the divide that is between the two belief systems that, well, are in the forefront of, let us say, the U.S. politics. They would wish that divide to get greater, because when there is a disruption in the system, it is much easier for people to respond from emotion, to respond from fear, than for them to go inside and ask, is this true? Is this accurate? Did this person really do that? Did that person really do this? Is this really going to be what happens? Is this not going to be what happens? And we ask you to go inside and just say, what is the feeling that they are trying to get from me? If they are trying to elicit fear in their message, the message is very, let us say, lopsided, incomplete. If it is a message of peace and hope and love that can see that each come from a different direction but can meet in the middle, that is being generated by love, it is much more potential that it is true. So again, we will repeat that it will become more and more important for you to use your discernment when seeing technology-driven information to discern who is truly speaking, or are you visually seeing that of a generated, let us say, figurehead, actor, politician, because it will not be, use your mind to know that it may not be true what your eyes would have you believe. You may see one person in the message or the information or the pictures or the news that surrounds them is not the truth, but been generated using the technologies that are here and available to many, to really any that would figure out how to use them, as they are being populated everywhere within the technologies. We would ask you to go, if this is bringing me to fear, then turn it off. It is easy. You do not need to see it. You do not need to watch it. This is a time, if anything, that more and more it is important to turn off. Do not go into the news. Do not go into the fear, because there will be so much manipulation that is happening within it because of these new technologies, that it will be very difficult to know the truth from the reality of this world in this time and space. Instead, go into your heart and ask, what do I need to know? You can ask your guides for help and say, what do I need to see? What do I need to know? And help me to see the manipulation, the deceptions. For it is time to pull those back. It is time to see them. It is time to open your eyes and stop choosing to close them. It is time to choose to open them. And then it is time to not only to see and digest with your mind that there is manipulation out there on both sides, on all sides, for this is not one-sided. To know the truth that that is there, and then ask your guides, your angels, your inner being, your inner knowing, to help guide you to see the truth through the deceptions, to help to pull back these deceptions from your views so that you may see them for what they are, to help reveal them for what they are, so that you can move in a place from fear in this storm that will be getting stronger. That as the stronger the storm gets, the more and more clear your vision will become, to be able to see, to nearly freeze time so that you may pick apart the pieces and see the reality and the truth below the deceptions, below the individual snowflakes, through the haze of the blizzard. And you are doing this. You will come from a place into a place of more peace, and a place of knowing of which way to step and which way to go, because you will clearly see that which they do not wish you to see, that which they wish to hide within the storm. It is all there for you. The deception, if you choose to stay there, or the truth, by freezing this time in this space and see beyond the deception, to crack the outer layer of the snow globe, if you will, so that the deceptions fall away and the truth is revealed to your heart. And when this happens, it will bring you into a place of calmness, in a place of connection, so that you can move through this storm with ease, because the glass has been broken and the storm has fallen away. And no matter what is happening around you, you will see the truth and you will have comfort and take the actions that are in love, compassion, and understanding for what has gotten us here, for what is happening, and not have a need to react. It is like the untangling of a knot. Each step takes you to the next step. And through these steps, you will be able to see. You will be able to move through these times that are coming, where more and more things seem to be broken, that you will see that all the shards of the brokenness are simply cutting the cords of this knotted life that you are in. We hope we have not gotten too out there in our explanations, that you are not able to follow it, for these are very big subjects and we are looking for simple ways to help you. But we wish you to know that the answers are within you. They are not in your news. They are not in your computers. They are not in your phones. They are not through your technologies. They are in you. The truth, the ability to see through the deceptions are within you. And we ask you to go inside and check. Each time you get a new piece of information, how does this resonate with me? And what energy body does it move me into? Does it move me into fear? Or does it bring me into calmness, knowing that the shards are being used to cut the knots of deception? And for those of you who can just relax and breathe, it will bring more calmness to the situations. And that will be another part that allows you to step through the storm with ease and comfort. So as you move forward in this time, you can do it with great joy and great ease, no matter what is happening around you. And that is the message we wish to leave you with.